What's going on, everybody?
Good.
Today, man, I got my brother in here, my special guest. My this is family. This is La Familia. This is PR representative. My man Ricardo Vasquez, aka Phaze 114. Yo, this is legendary. How you living?
I'm living swell, man. I'm doing good. You know what I'm saying? Just taking this day to game and chill with my OGs, man. You know.
Yo, how's the Mets? How's the Mets doing, man? How's the Mets doing?
Hard. We're doing horrible right now, but hopefully we turn it around, man, because we got a lot of problems with that team right now, man. Crazy. But you know, it's typical Mets stuff. You know, I mean, only the realest fans can hang around when times are tough. You know.
Yeah, no doubt, man. No doubt.
Like, you know, when the times is lean, then we good, because then you know, we just celebrate that much harder when things are good. You know.
No doubt, man. Yo, my man Phaze is coming out here, and yo, give me a second, Phaze. Let me get past this. Let me get past this thing. And I'm gonna come over there and help you. But
you got it.
He's coming live from the streets, y'all. Straight up. So you know, anything's possible. Y'all know this is live and direct.
Yeah, man,
he's gonna get up in here, man. Yeah, he gonna get up in here. He gonna represent his Xbox knowledge, man. He gonna get up in here and let y'all know the business. He's gonna, you know, he's gonna give his ones and twos on what he thinks, you know, that the Xbox community should be doing better, or what he likes so far and what he's waiting for, and you know, we get in these party chats, man, and this is what we do. So yeah, I'm glad to have him here, man, and we just hope everything goes well, man. That's my brother right here. You know, this dude right here, I got a lot of respect for. I appreciate him. You know what I'm saying? He's always had my back from day one. He's a driving force, a great admin in the Di-RRec man of the Di-RRec Mansion on Facebook. He's a awesome retro gamer, great historian of gamers, root gamer, and just like I said, man, a good close friend of mine, man. So this is a legendary show right here. I'm glad he's here. So do your thing, Phaze, man. This is all you, bro. The microphone, yeah, I'm passing over to you, man. I'm passing it over to you, man. This is you.
Yeah, man. You know, whatever you want to ask me, yo, I'm down for anything. We talk about whatever you want, bro.
All right. Well, you know what I'm saying? All right. Well, I'll tell you what, man.
You know me. I don't got no filter.
Well,
but I will keep it clean. I'll keep it clean.
No doubt. I'll tell you what, man. What? Here's a good introduction then. What got you into gaming, man?
Wow, man. All right. It's a long story, but I mean, gaming saved my life, man. I think what happened was, originally, I grew up in Harlem, West Harlem in the 80s during the crack epidemic. That was during, you know, the crack era was real.
Let's make this man count, kiddos.
You know, you see New Jack City? That's what it was. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I had a brother who was running the streets, you know, crazy. You know, my other siblings were not doing good things. My mother got me into video gaming to save my life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Keep you out of the streets and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. But then also, I was also just fascinated with just gaming and everything. You know, I remember back when gaming magazines gaming was not just considered just for games. It was also considered like a tech magazine. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was about the technology and the gaming. So it was like, you know, that's just the way it was. And then what happened was, I started out with with an NES.
Right.
NES. Then I jumped from the NES to Sega Genesis. You know. Then from Sega Genesis, I went to I had a Super Nintendo, TurboGrafx 16, and then from there, I never really did the PlayStation thing. I had
me neither, man. Never did.
I jumped,
I never cared for it.
Yeah, you know what it is, man.
It was a DVD player. I mean, it was not DVD player.
It was a DVD player.
It was a CD player, and I read between the lines, and I was like, this is a bunch of bullcrap, man. You know, it was Sony, so I was like, yeah, Sony's just trying to get some money, man. They're not in here for the culture. They in here just to, you know, dib and dab, man.
I found it at the time, you know, like the thing with me was, I found at the time with the PlayStation, I think with the PlayStation was, they went with the gimmick stuff. You know, it was, they were playing 3D games. When it came out, everything was all the 3D games. There was always a gimmick with Sony, you know? Everybody wanted to play the 3D game, and then it was you know, what is it? Before it was a DVD player, CD player. And I just felt like when I first got the PS1, you know, those 3D games, they didn't look complete to me. You know, they didn't look like they were fleshed out. You know, meanwhile, you know, I had a lot of 2D games on the Saturn that looked beautiful. You know what I'm saying? We had X-Men Children of the Atom, Street Fighter Alpha, you know, that was on the Saturn. They had a lot of really good games on the Saturn at the time, and then everybody was just well, excuse my language, no pun intended, everybody was dick riding the 3D stuff. You know what I'm saying? But to me, it was always about the gaming, man. I mean, to me, it was always about, my thing is gameplay and story. If you don't have those two elements right there, you know.
Yo, speak up, fam. Speak up, fam. Speak up.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, there you go.
But I was saying, my thing with me was gameplay and story. If you don't have those two elements, I don't care what graphics you have or whatever the case may be, you know, the game is gonna suck. I just felt a lot of the games at the time with PlayStation, with the original, it was just filler, you know. Like filler. It was just 3D graphics and gimmicks, you know, and that was it.
You know the reason, another main reason why you felt that way is because you had that Sega Genesis, man, or any of the Sega consoles. The Sega console made you understand what real gaming was all about. And even though some of their games now, a lot of their games look great. Now don't get me wrong, but every now and then some of their games, they let you know that, hey, these games ain't gonna be graphically strong, but the gameplay value and the fun factor is gonna be the main thing here. And so with the Sega Genesis, you learn a different type of way to enjoy a game. It didn't always have to be a graphical sensation in order for it to be a successful game. You know what I'm saying? And so a lot of us got that down pat by having Sega Genesis or any one of the Sega consoles, because that's how Sega promoted their games. You know, they didn't always just promote their graphics.
Nah, at the end of the day, you know, I go from the era that, you know, we were trying to bring the arcade experience home.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And that's what it was about. It was about the arcade experience. You know, you get that feeling, you know, you're in that game, you're playing that game for a good 30, 40 minutes or an hour.
Oh, cool.
You're escaping yourself from reality, your problems, and doing what you gotta do, and that's it.
Someone
you know,
just decided to swipe our
over
stuff.
the years, especially like I know, like with the PS4 and PS3, you know, they've gotten better games that are interested in. It's just, for me, I never really liked the controller.
Of course I'll go with
That
you.
you know, but the PlayStation controller never really did nothing for me. You know, I tolerate it, but I don't really like it that much. And the community, I'm just not really, you know, I'm really not feeling the community. Really, the PlayStation community really turned me off to like just playing, you know, just getting into the games or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like if I do get on the PlayStation, 9 times out of 10, I'm not partying up with nobody or nothing like that, because it's just so toxic. It's never about gaming. Xbox been attacked from day one.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? People always be hating on it and stuff like that, and it's just dumb. You know what I'm saying? Me, I'm also a person, I like to go against the grain.
Yeah,
everybody's
exactly.
going,
I like the underdog. Yeah, I'm an underdog.
Yeah, I'm not a
type
follower.
person,
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, yeah, I'm not a follower.
Yeah, you're right on that.
If everybody's doing A, I'm doing B.
Exactly, man. It's just part of the
You know what I'm
pedigree.
saying?
You know, like I had my PlayStation run. You know, like I said, my favorite PlayStation console was the PlayStation 2, and like I said, I came up on the fighting scene, so it was like me and my boy Rashad, Chris, and you know, a couple of other guys that we knew. We would go around because, you know, like I said, the in crowd always had a PlayStation. So I would go over their house, man, and wreck them on their own console, and eventually I was just using the PlayStation 2 for Grand Theft Auto, because you couldn't play it nowhere else. You know, so I used it for Grand Theft Auto, and then I played you know, Street Fighters, and Chris would be on that Tekken hard and stuff. But then eventually we got off of that and went back to the arcades. So my thing with the PlayStation was always PlayStation 2, but it was the time when PlayStation 2 was basically the only thing out there that was kind of like pushing the next gen type look. But I really didn't like. I'm like you, man. Like it just, you know, even then, Phaze, like I did not want one. You see what I'm saying? Like it didn't.
Right,
It
right.
never
That's me
was
too.
like, man, I need to get one. I never felt that way. I didn't feel like like, man, I was so gone from consoles, man, because I got tired of the nonsense that, you know, like when my wife bought me that Xbox for Christmas one day, man, I was like, what's this? I was stoked because it was something I didn't know nothing about. So here I am back, like my Sega Genesis phase again, like, yo, let me check this out, you know, because none of my homeboys got one. You see what I'm saying? So let me check this out. And man, I never looked back. You know, I never looked back, man. I've been an Xbox fan, you know, and the community, like you said, when I saw the LANs and when I was going to college, a lot of my white friends, man, were in their dorms rocking out on that Halo. Everybody, I was like, yo, this reminds me of the arcade. And that was it, man. I mean, you know,
it's about the arcade experience home. That's it. That's what it was all about. You know what I'm saying? And even if you look at it, you know, I'm looking like my thing with the Xbox was the lineage. You know what I'm saying? Like how it follows through. I went through a progression. You know what I'm saying? I went from, you know, like again, Sega. I mean, I had an NES. I went and then Sega Genesis. You know what I'm saying? 32X, Saturn. You know what I'm saying? Then the Dreamcast. But even after that, you know what I'm saying? I just looked at it like in a way, you know, like I just followed Sega all the way through to the, you know, to the Xbox, you know, and then I just kept going through that lineage. I just felt like at that time, you know, like Sony games was just Sony games. I don't know. It just didn't interest me at all. I don't know. I wasn't feeling it. I think when I did buy the PlayStation was for Madden. I remember they had that Madden, one of the Maddens they had there, and it was because Visual Concepts, which is the company that made 2K, made one of the Maddens on that console. But I think I owned probably like 2 games, bro. You know.
Right.
And that was it. You know, I mean, you know, as far as that's concerned, you know, and that's it. You know, I mean, I'm gonna stick to it until I gotta stick to it. And then also, you know, Microsoft is smart. You know, they're a company that they learn from their mistakes. You know.
Right.
People forget that there's a book. I'm gonna post it on the mansion. You know, for people to read. There's a book out there about the history of Xbox, the story of the original Xbox. A lot of people don't see that they use the mistakes they learned from the OG Xbox. They applied it to the 360, and which was one of the reasons why the 360 was such a success at the time. I feel that whatever new Xbox come out, they're just gonna end up implementing the same thing with this one.
Okay.
You know, they're not stupid. You know, but I'll post the book on the mansion.
That'd be very knowledgeable right there. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, but, and that's it. You know, I mean, you can ask me anything too. I mean, as far as like what's going on with gaming today.
Yeah.
I'm very opinionated with that. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of fuckery going on. Sorry, excuse my language, but there's a lot of, you know, there's a lot of.
Oh man, don't go on the traditional route, man. Please don't. Please don't.
Yeah, there's a lot of crazy stuff going on out here. You know. My bad. My microphone went out for a second. I didn't get to hear what you just said, but.
No, I said don't go the traditional route, please. What you said, you know, there's
no. I'm not going the traditional route.
Minute.
You know what I'm saying, but.
Nah, I mean, yeah, I know what you mean, man. Like, you know, a lot of it, man, I don't even pay it no attention, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you, like, it's not even worth your attention.
You're not wanted here.
I just wish we had a better way to solve shit than by murdering people.
You know, it's just I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't even pay no attention, Phaze. Hey, Phaze may be having some difficulty with his mic, but he'll be back. Yeah, man, I'm still here, man. Whenever you get back, bro.
No, hold on. I'm back.
Yeah, yeah.
You can hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you, man.
Yeah. No,
I
what I was
understand it
saying
happens
was,
sometimes.
yeah. No, what I was saying was, one thing I like about the mansion, I like that we're taking it back to just traditional gaming, getting away from that nonsense,
Right. Just like right now, man.
all that console war stuff. Yeah.
Right.
It's about the essence of gaming. That's it. It's just, that's it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna turn a console war into a bunch of jibber jabber. We're gonna stay facts and we're gonna move it along. And if a person has a weak stomach on the real essence of a console war, because a console war is all about just showcasing what one console is doing that the other one isn't doing, and we point all of the issues out, and it gives a person a fair chance to understand what's out there. That's what a console war is. All the other stuff that these clowns are doing, gotta get silly and name calling and all that other stuff. That's not the console war, man. That's not a console war. That's being a dummy. That's just being a dummy. At the
end of the day, it's always about preference. You know what I'm saying? It's not about
right. Because there's a lot of people, man. There's a lot of people that don't know. They don't know what value is in what console. So that's what the console war is for. It's for people to get up and say, hey man, you know what? This one's doing this. This one ain't. So now you're informing people. So when people start to see, marketing lies, they can distinguish it. Oh, this company just want a lot of people. They that ain't true. That's what a console war is all about. You want that console to stick to what it's saying, and you want to inform people about it. All the other stuff, man, it's nonsense. It doesn't have nothing to do with the console war. It never did.
Nah, it doesn't at all. Nothing at all. I mean, the thing is, unfortunately with YouTube and things like this, there's certain people, they want to get hits, they want to get clicks, and they want to maintain their audience. So, they do these things and they just keep the rhetoric going because they know that people are gonna keep tuning in to listen to the BS. You know what I mean?
Waiting for? Go check out your new home
and then you got
already.
some people, they disguise themselves as they're pro gamers, but they're doing a lot of the stuff that the other guys are doing. I don't like that. Another thing that's been bothering me lately, I see a lot of ageism going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, almost like, when they don't got a good argument with somebody about the console, or they can't bring up a good point, they want to pick on people's age or how long they've been gaming, things like that. That's very toxic to the community. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's like we said a little while ago, gaming is about escapism. You know what I'm saying? You want to escape, you want to do what you got to do. If a person's 40 years old and they want to play this certain game, you know what I'm saying? That don't got nothing to do with anything. You know what I'm saying? If anything, when you playing games, age don't matter.
Right.
It's about age don't matter. Everybody's the same age. I should be able to play with whatever the hell I want.
Now see, you just described the power of gaming right there. That's the power of gaming right there.
Gaming unites us. That's the way it is. That's part. People don't understand too. That's why we use the term, and not for nothing. I see a lot of people copying lately on a lot of terms that the Mansion brought up on the little YouTube channel. Words like the gaming culture, the gaming streets. I hear them like throwing little names in there and not giving credit or props.
It's all right because you know what? That's good for you know what? Put it like this, you so stupid. Hey, check this out. Here's the thing though.
Podcast digital streets. You're gonna be calling podcast digital streets.
Listen,
not give props to the Mansion.
But listen to this.
Serious?
That lets you know, man, who's influencing who. We don't have to. The thing about it, man. Look, at any regard, right? Just see your work and be proud about it. That's it. A lot of people don't know how to be humble, right? They don't know nothing about that, man. You know what I'm saying, famo? They don't know nothing about being humble, man. They humbleness keeps you grounded, man. And you wanna know something? When you're working with electricity, and me and you both work with electricity, what's the one thing that'll get you killed, fam? one thing that'll get you killed is not understanding your voltage or your meters, not understanding what you but there you go. You not being grounded will always get you killed. So that's the same thing in life. You ain't grounded in life,
man.
you gonna die, bro. That's just the bottom line. There's no way around that, man. So if you see somebody out there, Phaze, and they using something that we brought up, be humble. You know what I'm saying? We don't need that credit. We don't need the credit. We already getting it because the dude is using the stuff that we say. There's our credit right there.
Right.
You know?
Right.
We ain't gotta worry about it, man. You know what we do? We do live from these streets. We doing that. So you doing we doing what we always do. I just put a title to it. That's all I did.
Right.
We're not doing anything different.
Yeah, another term that I've been hearing, right?
That's fun, stupid.
And they do it real sneaky. Oh, this is for the culture. This is for the culture that y'all repping the gaming culture, but you don't give, you don't give, just give the acknowledgement, man. We know you biting. Like, come on, man.
I had to let my boy Vasquez get in here and rumble. We're gonna get to his Xbox. I know we gonna get to him. We're gonna get to him, y'all. I'm gonna let this man rumble for a minute. This is a legendary show right now. We're gonna get a
because dude, like, give acknowledgement, man. You know, like, like I said, I had stuff I didn't say because, there's other groups, literally, hands down, Dorian, you dismantle certain groups to the point that, there was nothing left. All right, you broke out. People follow you on the low, and then they copy words, they copy trends. They don't give no props. It is what it is. Like, this is wild disrespect, and they repping it wrong. They repping it wrong too.
Yeah, man, it's all
they're
good.
repping it
You know
wrong.
what I'm saying? Like, I do what I do. Like I said, man, I don't. I don't take nothing personal. You know what I'm saying? Man, what am I doing? I don't take nothing personal because you know why? I'm blind. I'm blind out here. These are the gaming streets. I'm blind out here. These ain't like the real streets. This is the gaming streets. So you know what?
Right.
I do me, and everybody else is doing what they do. I don't see it. You don't see me. You don't see me out here copying nobody. You know what I'm saying? No. I use the word donkey. I've been using the word X-Men. I don't use the word Xbox. That word right there belongs to our boy Chris Hebot. He created that word.
Right.
The Xboxians. Everybody else took
it.
I use the word donkey.
Took that. Don't even give no acknowledgement, and then you got the nerve to say
I'm who I am.
Who I am. Yeah. Then you got the nerve to talk about the culture, but then you don't acknowledge people that do stuff about the gaming culture. You're not contributing nothing. All y'all doing is taking away and destroying by making people fight against one another. Come on, man. Stop. It's ridiculous,
it don't happen. Bro. Look. There's an audience for that, right?
Right.
So I'm not mad. You know what I'm saying? Right. That's
yeah.
A person has their type of audience. I have mine. And so, like, I did this for us. You know what I'm saying? Because I have a lot of respect for you guys. So this is my way of showing my respect. Because respect is earned, man. And you know what? When it comes to these gaming streets, Phaze, I've earned my stripes, bro. I don't have to sit here and debate anybody on my gaming stripes at all. You see what I'm saying? At all.
No, you're right.
I know what I'm about, and I know what I've done in my time. And so, hey, it is what it is. There ain't no need to be fussing and arguing and going on over that.
The thing is, you're not doing this. One thing about you, I have to say that, you're not just doing things for YouTube fame or whatever. You're about the gaming. You know what I'm saying? You're about the gaming first. You're a gamer that does YouTube, not a YouTuber that does gaming.
Exactly,
Big
bro.
Difference.
Big difference. Big difference, fam. Appreciate that. I'm glad you see that. Appreciate that.
Because a lot of these dudes are YouTubers. You want to see who the YouTubers are, the guys that are YouTubers before gamers. Look at the first thing they do. As soon as the video start, yo, give me money. Support that
For real,
Patreon.
man?
What's up?
Come on,
Yo,
man. This ain't,
give me money.
I'm
By the
not
way,
Joel
let's talk
Osteen or
about
TD Jakes
Xbox.
to this, man. Yeah, I ain't one of them.
Nah, man, I see that. It'd be like, yo, by the way, support the Patreon and give me some money, blah, blah, blah. Oh, by the way, let's talk about an article on video gaming that I just read verbatim, and it's not really about the gaming culture. Let's just talk about something that don't contribute to the culture at all. We're just gonna get a story from N4G, and I'm gonna read it word for word.
Good to hear that.
And that's it. It don't mean nothing. That's it. I'm just read it word for word. And by the way, donate money. Let me do a podcast. Let me ignore the gamers and just talk to fellow YouTubers and argue with YouTubers. I mean, at least you include people that are gamers in your podcast. You know what I'm saying?
Right. It's
You
about
include
home.
gamers that are in your podcast. You're not
It's
just
about home.
You're not just you're not just adding YouTubers.
Nah, man. I put it like this. My respect goes to those who do what I do, right? My vision was totally different, right? So I was like, you know what? To me, I got bored of hearing. I'm not a person that look. I support. I'm down. I'm down. For anything that represents right. When I start to see something not being represented right, I don't have to I don't have to stick around. So my thing was this: either I'm gonna complain or I'm gonna do something about it. And what I did was I'm gonna do something about it. So I decided to get with some people. All this actually came by coincidence because I'm backed by some very, very important people in my community. So once again, did you hear what I said, right? I don't have to vouch myself. You see what I'm saying? Once again, I don't have to prove who I am in these real streets when it comes to gaming. So when you see Di-RRec Gaming, just understand, it's not just me. You see what I'm saying? There's more hands in this, man. But trust me. And I hope that one day, like I've always been saying, and you've been backing me, that is we only getting this started. This is gonna be a beautiful thing if all this stuff really pops off the way I want it to, and those who are backing me up want it to. So since we're real humble, and you don't want to talk about a lot of things when it comes to success because a lot of people like to grave dig you. Oh man, why are you trying to do this? You ought to be doing this. So you don't, instead to not hear that, you just keep your mouth shut and you dream a little bit. There's nothing wrong with dreaming, right? So when your dream can become a reality, once it becomes reality, then you don't no longer have to keep your mouth closed. You can talk now because why? It's doing the talking for you. And then you want to hear that, man, you wasn't saying nothing about it, man. Nah, man. I was keeping it all to myself. Because the minute you start saying something and it don't go right, that's when everybody else has something to say. So the best thing to do is just be quiet. Right. Let things fall. You give the warning. Right, you give the warning, hey y'all, something big could happen, and you be quiet. That's it.
Right.
I've said it. I've said
it
more than
once. You're making your moves without advertising, so nobody can be biting.
That's right.
And then they'll take claim on doing what you're doing. Yep.
Right. I said it a couple of times, and now I'm quiet. You guys already seen the little progress that's already been happening, and it wouldn't have been happening if it wasn't for these people in these streets.
See, you're still kicking.
See what I'm saying? If it wasn't for these people in these streets,
and
so nobody can tell me
the fact that you bring.
Right. Nobody can tell me if you give a little. No. I mean, I'm gonna finish it off. Nobody can tell me that if you give people respect, that they won't give you your respect back. That's all I'm saying.
Nah, you're right. Yeah, 100%. I also respect too that you bringing the gamers to the YouTubers. Not,
Right.
Like you bringing the gamers to the people.
Right.
And, that's the thing. That's what's up. That's cool because a lot of gamers, a lot of real gamers, they don't got time for that blah blah blah. They're busy gaming.
Right. Yeah.
Gamers talk to gamers.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, man.
So,
that's it.
Yeah. So that's why I'm saying you're doing something that a lot of people not doing because you're bringing a perspective that's not normally heard. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate it.
So You know, so that's what's up, you know, and that's why I think, you know, your channel's gonna go far because you're doing something that nobody else is doing. They're gonna bite eventually, the same way they bite the term again. I mean, I only say it because it bothers me. The way they try to steal terms like gaming streets and other things. You know what I'm saying?
Hey man, look, like you cracking me up, man. But honestly,
I hate that. They biting. Why you want me to? Yo, come on. You know,
don't worry about it.
Are they biting or not, Dorian? Come on, stop being humble. Are they biting or not?
I don't know, man, because I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't listen. I don't listen to it. I don't even. Look, man. I got a few people that I listen to, and then I don't. You know what I'm saying? Like I really don't, man. Honestly, I don't.
Got a sec?
I don't listen to this stuff. That's just me being true.
Yeah, I hear you, man. It's good. It's good though. Do you know what though? That's good.
I keep a blind eye to it.
It keeps the creativity flowing. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I don't need to.
You know,
right. Exactly.
You know, because it's like, you know, as long as you're doing what you're doing and you're not listening to nobody else, the creativity is gonna be original. You know, that's what's up though, man. You know. But yeah, but that's the whole thing. You know, how you feeling about E3, Dorian?
Yo, E3 is gonna be big, man. For once, you know, and I've been screaming it. I've been screaming it for a long time. But you know, if anybody's ever watched me, if anybody's ever paid attention to me in these gaming streets, I know my Xbox. And the thing about it is, man, I tried to tell people, and they laughed. I tried to, you know, after a while, you just gotta stop talking. And what it is, man, you start looking at people, you start to understand, man, they really don't know nothing about gaming. What are they talking about? So when it got to that point, Ricardo was like, man, let me just shut up because it's falling on deaf ears. So the thing is, they gotta some people, you just gotta let them find out for themselves. So I'm keeping my eye on all these people who didn't have nothing to say then, and then when this E3 hits,
hey there,
and there's nothing else to talk about, I'm gonna be watching and seeing. You know, I'm gonna be watching and seeing, and I'm gonna call them out, because the thing is this: when you ride for something, you ride it on out. It's like being a fan, right? Like I said, there's no such thing as wearing a Dallas Cowboy and a New York Giants jersey split in half. There's no such thing as that. So I've never talked that. See, I've been in the game for a long time, so I sniff frauds. You can smell them. It's all in their language too.
Yeah.
I don't never talk about having multi-consoles. That don't ever come out of my mouth, does it, Phaze? Does it ever come out of my mouth?
Nah.
Ever seen me? Nope. But,
nah, you rep what you rep.
Phaze, but Phaze, do I have more than one console?
Absolutely.
Thank you. Why do I need
you're a gamer.
to try to justify? Why do I need? Okay, watch this. Where can you only find me at under my gamer tag?
Xbox. That's it. Am
I promoting any other gamer tag, Phaze?
Nah, not at all.
So there it is. It speaks for itself. So I don't need to go around flexing my consoles, how many consoles I got, as a way to justify that I'm a gamer, because I'm beyond that feeble mindset. A person can have one console and be out gaming a person that has three. These are just facts. Because if you gaming, you gaming. You can have three consoles and not be gaming. That don't mean you gaming. That just means you have three consoles.
You're right. You're the guy that owns three consoles. It's like you could have fucking
who cares?
You got three Blu-ray players that you never use.
Never use. Who cares? Exactly. So you never hear me talk like that, because that's never been a form for me to justify my gaming. No, it's never been. So
you know what?
I'm not gonna start now. It's
yeah, you either a customer or you're a gamer. That's it.
That's it, man.
That's
the bottom line. That's the bottom line.
Yeah, and you know, you got a lot of customers pretending to be gamers.
Right. Exactly.
And that's
that's the bottom line. You can see it. It's not. You don't have to make this stuff up. You see it. Right. It's just clear as day. It's all in they talk. So.
Right.
You know, with me, man, I'd rather pull from people that can actually reach out to me. I understand the best gaming community in the world is Xbox Live. So I'm gonna rock out with people who are on live. People say, well, this is just a game. No, it's not. It's a bill. I pay for live. So live is a bill to me. So I take it a little bit serious. My gaming, I take a little bit more serious. If I come up on Gears of War, I'm not coming up on there just to be lollygagging to lose and then just to look at it like it's just a game. No, I'm coming up on there to knock your head off. Why? Because I'm paying for it. I'm paying for this. This is a bill. You know what I'm saying? I look at it a little bit different.
Yeah, you ain't here to pay. You ain't here to waste no time. You here to take care of business.
Take care of business. That's it.
That's it.
I'm not here to be late behind on my note. You see what I'm saying? I'm here to take care of my business. That's it, man. You nailed it. So that's the difference between a gaming mentality and just a casual. I'm not a casual, so I don't talk that casual talk. My emotions aren't built on casual emotions. I'm a gamer, so I'm always about the competition. I'm always about, let's get it on. That's me. So I try to represent
and then
that.
and then you come from that
right.
You come from that geared community also. You know what I'm saying? That you want to take people's head off playing the game. You know what I'm saying? Like you're about that life. So,
yeah, exactly. I come from that, man. I don't play around with that. Like I have my own team, my own crew. They know who they are. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to sit here. I can call them all up to this day. Somebody want to think legal space, we can get it on. I got a whole group of people who would just love to knock your head off. You know what I'm saying? For real. I got people who are bored, who don't even play because they don't even want to be on call. They killers. Like just call me when somebody wants to step up. I don't want to, don't even waste my time. Yeah, it's funny, and I know them, and and it's funny. We actually have fun. We sit here. We be playing Gears and we be laughing. You might hear one of us laughing.
You got free smoke for everybody. You want it.
That's it, man. It's like
they want that smoke. You got it.
At New York, that New York lingo, that smoke. I don't know where it come from, but if that's what y'all call it, that's what y'all call it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all want that smoke?
Yeah, you
whatever,
want that
man.
smoke? You got it. You bring it.
Down here we kicking up that
I
dust.
feel you, man.
Down here we kicking up that dirt.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? We can make some dust devils down here.
Yeah, man.
Down in the south, man. We can make some dust devils, man.
We gotta do a party for E3, man. Cause I took the day off.
Yo,
I wanna
it's a
watch
Sunday.
that joint. I wanna see
you
what
better have
it's
a day
Sunday.
off. It's a Sunday, man. I'm gonna be off. I'm gonna be ready.
Oh no, E3. I always call out for that.
Man.
That's the Super Bowl right there. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Yeah.
So
the Sony I could watch the replay.
Right. So we're gonna get down to the gritty now. We're gonna get down to the gritty. And I'm gonna let you take over. I'm gonna let you. So here's your thing, man. What's your take on how Microsoft has done with the Xbox One X? Because the Xbox One X, to me, my line, it got the industry shook.
Oh yeah. I think the thing with the Xbox One X is it's that sleeping giant. You know what I'm saying? That is like they know. We all know what the system is capable of. You know what I'm saying? And
right.
Everything is on there. It's a powerful console, whatever. But once Microsoft plan comes to fruition, everything that they're trying to do, that's when you're gonna see the problem that the X really is. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna really be a problem.
Yeah, because we haven't even got right. We haven't even got.
It's like you gotta.
Right.
Yeah.
My thing is we haven't
like
even touched the surface of this thing yet.
No, not even, man. We've been getting multi-plats, and then a lot of games, that were compatible with the S or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, Microsoft right now, they're just trying to get their ducks in line. Lining up them bullets, lining up them deep rocks, so that way, we're gonna start seeing. I think once you start seeing these games that are optimized for this, it's gonna be a problem. Because I feel like there's a lot of people ready to make that jump right now. You know what I'm saying? They're looking for a reason. They're ready to make that jump. They just need that one you know, they just need to see that title, those titles come in, and you know, and that's it. And they're gonna jump. You know what I'm saying? Because there's nothing right now that the industry could do to compete with this console right now. Nothing.
Hey, man.
Nothing matches right now. You know? It's like we need that one game built up, you know. You know, at this point, you know, build it from the X on down, you know, from the ground up.
Right.
You know? And people don't understand too, you know, people complaining about these games. You know, there's a timeline for these things. There's a business. There's a timeline for these things. You can't just say, oh, we want these games right now, you know? Like, the X came out, give it time. You know?
Yeah, that's true,
we're going to see the game this E3. We're going to see the game this E3. This E3, you're going to see the game. You know? Guaranteed. You know, I mean, look at this. Look how Forza 7 look. You know? Look how Forza 7 look. Imagine the next Forza built from the ground up through Xbox One X.
Yeah, you're right, man.
You know,
it's gonna be crazy.
It's gonna be crazy.
You know, you are exactly right, man.
It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be a problem. You know. Then, well, I don't know what the haters are gonna say. You know, what the haters gonna say now? They're gonna play Stickman games now because the game looks too good. You know. They just, I don't know.
You know, that's
crazy,
the funny
man.
part. Now, you know, that's our comedy part. We really want to see what they're gonna talk about now. You know, it's like everything that they, you know, the thing about it is, man, when they were saying what they were saying, it had absolutely nothing to do with gaming. So now I really want to know what you got to say now that after everything that you said didn't have nothing to do with gaming, and then you're not even getting it. That's where the comedy comes in for with me, because I'm like, you know, it takes a lot of pride, man, for somebody to sit there and soak this butt whooping that's about to happen, you know, and you know, the butt whooping is coming, and like I try to tell everybody, man, when you strategically strategizing, you know, your outcome, you get quiet. You controlling the market. You know, here we got Microsoft. You know, at $750+ billion of worth. I mean, this company is growing day by day as far as influencing the software market. And then come to find out that now the Xbox is like in the 30% of the company now. It used to be what, 22% of the company. Now it moved up to the 30s. So what does that tell you, man? You know, now Microsoft is just, you know, they don't ever just blurt it out because they kind of think we're smart. You know, Microsoft is a smart company. They got geniuses and all these nerds and stuff working for them. So they're not going to just sit in and blurt all the information out to us. They want us to think. So if there was an increase of actual percentage rate for Xbox within the company, Phil Spencer himself is a chairman, right? He's part of now the 13 chairmen of Microsoft. That he represents what? The gaming side of Microsoft. So if that grew, there's no speculation or wondering or trying to dig that deep to figure out why is this E3 about to be so phenomenal. You know why. You know why. Because Xbox just grew. It grew a substantial amount of money for Microsoft. All that talking about my Xbox ain't making no money from that came from a bunch of idiots, man. That came from a bunch of idiots when I kept showing everybody year to year Xbox is the only company or the only gaming side of things that grow year to year more than any other console.
No.
It finally came out. They've been saying it. But when you got a dumbass media that really doesn't want to flex for Microsoft, you're not going to really get that, you know, kudos to Xbox for every year to year for growth. You know, you don't get that. So, you know, it's always, when we say something, we always got to go prove it. Well, the thing is, have you ever noticed they don't prove nothing they say because there's nothing to prove. Right. Ever noticed that? They don't prove nothing. What do they ever prove? We're the ones that prove stuff all the time. We're the ones that constantly got to prove something. So I relish that. I don't know about you, but I relish that. because that's why I laugh. I can basically prove what I'm saying.
You know, and another thing too, their PR is the customers. The customers are so busy damage controlling for them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, hold on one second. You know we're doing live. So, I gotta put myself on mute for a minute, all right?
No, you
I got
good,
somebody at the
Famo?
door. All right.
Ah, I messed myself up. Come on, car. Come on, car.
I'm out of gas.
There we go. Get on in there. Yo, this is gonna be rough right here. I don't know if I'm gonna take on this by myself.
My skin is crawling. Must be a plague heart nearby.
I'm gonna try to get around this facility and do some searching first. Might be able to pull this off. Let's see.
Nice.
Yo, I'm back.
Yeah, you good, fam. Go ahead. Continue, man. The mic's in your hand,
Yeah.
baby. Mic's in your hand.
Yeah, where
what's
was
so-
that? We were talking about how the Sony fanboys do the damage control for them, so that's the PR, right?
Yeah, that's the marketing value. So my thing is this.
That's the marketing.
That's the marketing. So here's the deal.
Yeah.
What's your take on what Microsoft is doing right now? How do you like their approach, man? How you like what they're doing?
Look out, we got a freak over here.
I like their approach. You know, I think that they're being very smart with. They have to move different. Alright. They have to move differently. A lot of people are confused with what they're doing.
Right.
But, people gotta understand that Microsoft, they move in a way that's bigger than gaming.
Right.
They have a lot of
wait to see
stuff
what's in
going
here.
on. Like, you know, a lot of people, they like to look at it like Sony, Microsoft.
Yeah,
It's
they
not
only look
about
at it
Sony
one
right now.
dimension. Yeah, that's because
Yeah,
that's
man,
all they
listen,
know. That's how they
people-
know how to react to it. You're right.
Crap.
Yeah, look,
You know,
dude,
you're right.
people don't realize right now. People don't realize Amazon is coming.
Right.
Google's coming.
Right.
Okay, they coming. They coming for gaming, bro. They just announced a freaking new television coming out. There's a
Right.
lot of stuff going on right now
Nothing,
behind the
nothing,
scenes.
and
Amazon
more
just
nothing.
bought GameFly.
Right. What they trying to do? They trying to stream,
Amazon-
and so they ain't gonna. They're not
Right.
gonna have the big library, but they just want to get in. They just want to get in.
They want to get in. There's a lot of big companies that were not interested in gaming. They're trying to get into gaming right now, and then they're doing a lot of this streaming. So Microsoft has to. They're basically what they're doing is they're competing with what's coming on down the line.
That's exactly
which is
right.
what a smart company does. You got to prepare for tomorrow. Today is already gone.
Right.
You prepare for tomorrow to make today better.
Exactly. When Microsoft went with digital, they were already letting people understand we're not here for the hard copies, man. We don't care what Sony's doing. What Sony doing, let it work for Sony. That's working for them. Well, now we find out it didn't work for them, but and once again, you get to see Microsoft genius at work. Their infrastructure is theirs. You know, Xbox Live, what is it? Game Pass, backwards compatibility, all of that inside the Xbox, all this stuff. That's from them. That's not from an outside source. Unlike PlayStation, everything that PlayStation has, other than like PlayStation View, trash. You know, PlayStation Plus, trash. You know, it's them.
My back is killing me over here.
Here's the thing, too. Here's another thing. Like back to what we were talking about. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, people. You know, if Microsoft was to come out here and listen to what everything that these stupid YouTubers are complaining about, Microsoft would be out of business. Okay?
Definitely.
No, I want these games now.
Now where am I with that?
Better gaming. I want games like PlayStation. No, guess what? They're not gonna make games like PlayStation. They're gonna make games like Sony. Like Microsoft wants to do, and that's it. And then, you know, you're going to play what we put out, and then, you know, we got the bangers. We're going to have to take another route, and that's it. I mean, the games are coming, but they can't stop what they're doing. You know, there's a process. They can't stop what they're doing because all of a sudden people want single-player experience type games. This blueprint was written out years in advance. They already know that they're behind on sales or whatever. Now what they're doing is they're preparing for later on. Now, the thing is, what's the point of prepping for everything that Sony is doing, and let's say, God forbid, you know, Amazon comes out with something crazy, and now Microsoft is not ready because they're so busy focusing on what Sony's doing, or Google comes out with something. You know what I'm saying? You know, you got to prepare down the line, and then you know, people not looking at things realistically. They're looking at things on a Sony versus Microsoft thing, and that's not what it's about.
Okay. Good
another
point.
thing, you know,
good points right there.
Yeah, another thing, you know what I'm saying? You gotta give these gamers options, because nowadays, guess what? Everything is about options. Everything is bigger now. You know what?
Right.
I never seen people get mad about something that's pro-consumer. Like people complain about Xbox Play Anywhere. Like that's a bad thing. Oh,
how's that bad?
PC. Guess what? That's pro-consumer. That's pro-consumer. You're giving people options to play in different areas.
Right. Here's the thing. Yeah. Just see. The thing is, do you remember Phaze? My bad. When they were talking about Xbox games were going to PC. Here's my thing.
Yeah.
What Xbox games have went to PC? Well, I got over 500 something games, right, that I shared with, and I'm like, I don't see where these games are at on PC. Like, there's tons and tons of Xbox games, and because the thing is, not every Xbox game is made for play anywhere. So you just had to listen to them dummies, and then, okay, which one was out first, Windows PC or Xbox? Windows PC. So when Phil Spencer said, "I'm coming back," you know, the one thing that we messed up bad, that he felt that they messed up bad, was abandoning their PC gamers. He said that. He says, "So what I want to do, I want to merge. You know, when I can. You know, when I can. When there's a game that counts for it." He says, "I'm gonna bring the PC and the console gamers together, so they can rock out. So, you know, because basically it's our community. I want to make sure we take care of our community. That's all he said.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So
community.
with playing
That's it. And then
anywhere,
you know what?
it just gives you that feel that you can actually play with somebody that may not have a console. It's not, it wasn't that serious, you know what I mean? And it's only for certain games.
It's like it's like, yo, dude,
You
another
what?
thing, you know, Microsoft is prepared for the fact of the matter, you know, you gotta look at the future, right? We're talking about the future, right? Microsoft is preparing for the reality that computers are becoming more accessible to the average person than ever before. Okay, this is the reality. More people nowadays got computers. It's not like back in the days where they was like, oh well, you know, you freaking had to sell your car or some other crap.
Well, see, here's the thing.
More people got PC now than anything. So you gotta give people the option. You know, I want to be able to, you know, like I was at work this weekend, right? All week I was dying to play State of Decay 2, but I can't because my laptop is not ready to play that type of game. Then guess what? It's an option. I could play my game at work, and I'm chilling. It's an option that's for consumer.
Do you know that was the secret behind it right there? The getting the laptops out, being able to play your Xbox, it's how they felt when they're out at Microsoft. It's like their break, because they're on their computers, and it was like, yo, if we can just play our Xbox games on some laptops every now and then, man, wouldn't that be dope? It's not about saying, yo, we abandoning the console. No, you heard it from Phil Spencer. He said, yo, when I'm at work and I take me a little break, I can hop on my computer now and play one of my favorite Xbox games. But he says, but when I go home, I want to play on my big screen TV. And that's what it is. And here's the thing. Like I was telling everybody, one thing that's not going to happen is that PC price is not going to go down, right?
Right.
The problem is this. The monitors are not going to get so big because the thing is, they want to keep that refresh rate. They want to keep that certain amount of pixel count and refresh rate, right? They want to make sure that stays steady. So your monitors will never be that big. It's not designed to work that way. But here, watch this. TVs can do it because a TV can be built to where it can have a nice refresh rate and it can hold pixel count. So TVs are becoming better. Now, will they ever reach monitor status? Maybe not. But we don't care. You see what I'm saying? Like, they want to make it seem like we really care. Look, I don't have a problem at Gears playing at the ping count that I get. Sometimes I can get down to the mid 20s or whatever, but that's okay with me because I know the game. Basically, if I get it down to any less than that, it's basically cheating for me. You know what I mean? So
right.
I mean, I have a big family though, so they use a lot of the internet and resources. So I mean, I'm not. To me, it's like this. I'm not gonna sit here and put all this money out on something that I know I'm not gonna wholeheartedly enjoy by myself. It just doesn't work that way. You know what I'm saying?
I'm never gonna get the stink out of my clothes.
Nah,
so
right.
I take care of what I take care of.
It's the thing is, it's about having many things for many different types of people. And you got to provide the options. You got to bring the gaming to everybody and make it accessible to as many people as possible. Because the thing is, gaming is becoming more accessible. This is the way it's going to be. Just gaming is becoming more accessible to everybody. And it's about having options. I'm going to always be a console gamer. I'm going to always buy my console. But I'm going to always be a person that, I want to play at work. I want to stream my game. I have an option. Guess what? And that's why I pay a month flower subscription.
That's exactly right.
So I can access what I want, when I want, how I want to do it. And that's it, bottom line. And the thing is, people got to look at things in a realistic way. To step away from the console war stuff and just look at things in a realistic way as a consumer. and what we want, and then we got those options. You know, if you look at it, you know, yeah, Sony's like ahead in sales, but they're lagging behind right now in the innovation. All they could do is just copy what everybody's doing. This whole PS4, in my opinion, the reason why it was so successful because they did the planning that they did planning in place, but their plan was not for innovation. Their whole big master plan was to take out Xbox. Now they did that with the sales.
It was
Guess
the full
what,
people.
dummy?
Once they realized they thought it could actually people to actually be fooled, they ran with it.
Right. So here's the thing. We do all this planning when the 360 come out. Oh my God, we gotta do this, we gotta do that, we gotta buy out, we gotta buy out these third-party people, blah 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 blah. You know, get these exclusives, timed exclusive, right? Which that's another topic. All these exclusives, time exclusive, right? But they use the term time exclusive when it's for Microsoft, but all of a sudden these are exclusives for Sony when it's for them. Meanwhile, these exclusives, they are timed exclusive because they've been dropping on Xbox now, lately, right? But nobody talks about that. But that's another topic. That's another topic for another time.
That's neither here nor there right now.
That's neither here nor there. That's just stupidity on these idiots that ask for Patreon money. But aside from that, the thing is, they did this master plan. Oh my God, how am I gonna beat Microsoft? They go through this. Guess what? You got the lead. Now what, dummy? Now what, dummy? What are you gonna do? Nothing. You're not even ready. You got the #1 spot, and you don't know what to do with it because, again, like I told you, Microsoft is planning for tomorrow, for the future, and beyond. Okay, it's the same thing. Freaking with you know, my favorite company is Sega. Back then, they were doing stuff that people were not ready for. People weren't ready for. People weren't ready for the 32X. People weren't ready for the Sega CD. They were doing VR. Sega was doing VR before anybody knew what the hell.
Before it was even a big deal. Yeah, before it was even a big deal.
Before it was even a big deal. They were doing VR and 3D gaming. And the thing is that people were like, and then people don't realize, you know, because I'm old enough to remember when Sega came out with these things ahead of time. People were like, oh my God, what is this? This is crazy. They weren't ready for it. Same thing. When Sony came out with, when Microsoft came out with all these things, all these features that they had, you know, people were, with the Xbox One, people were afraid. Now these things are becoming commonplace. They think for tomorrow. They don't think for the now. They think it for tomorrow.
That's so true, man.
And that's the way it is, you know what I'm saying? And then there's the reality, you know, and they could complain about it, you know, like you could complain, oh my God, they don't have this type of game or whatever. You know, they're not gonna do one game for one person that seems to be complaining all the time. It's not about you, brother.
Right.
Okay, it's about the gamers.
It's about millions of people, man. And that's what they don't get.
Right.
It's
like
about that. They don't understand engagement either. Like when you got, let's say what it is. Let's say if it's true. You know, they don't know, but they like to put a name on. They like to put a number to how many Xbox Ones have been sold out there. Nobody knows, but nobody really cares. The thing is, even let's say you got 40 million Xbox Ones out there. You want your games to sell and people to keep playing them throughout the years because that's how you grow an attachment and that's how you get an engagement going. When your game comes out and it sells 3-4 million, whether it's in a fast pace or a slow pace, and that's all you get out of it, and you got 80 million people, look how low that percentage is. Just keep it real, people. Like, that's not great. That's nothing to brag about because there's nobody really buying the game. When you got that many people and you're not really getting that game sold, that's nothing to brag about. Okay, I just found something now.
No, you're not. There's nothing to brag about at all.
So that's what they don't get. Like Microsoft doesn't wanna boast about something that's really not good for the company. And that's what people
You know,
don't get.
another thing too, and then another thing too that I find that's genius for like Microsoft, right? Yeah, you know what? If you have the lower sales, right, which they do, let's just say the perception is, guess who's still playing these games? The hardcore, right?
That's
the
it.
hardcore are the ones that are playing the Xbox right now. Gaming culture.
Yo, let me
just like
stop you real
hip-hop
quick. Let me
culture-
stop you on that. You just said
go
something
ahead.
beautiful, and I'm gonna let you get back to what you said. What other console? What other console has split in two within its generations to say, hey, we acknowledge our elite gamers, we acknowledge our casual gamers? Who did that? There's only one company that did that.
All right.
You see what I'm saying?
Go ahead, Dorian. Yeah.
You
yeah.
no, you right.
You're right. Yeah. Nah, I mean, there's only one company that done that. You know what I mean? The thing is, the thing that I was saying was, all right, you're in a good position, even though, let's say you're trailing behind, right?
Right.
You're trailing behind, but you're in a good position in a way because you know what? The people that stick with the Xbox right now, I could say, is the hardcore. Now, if you look at gaming culture, any culture, whether it's gaming culture, hip-hop culture, fashion culture, whatever type of culture, the casual, eventually they emulate what the hardcore does. Okay? Now, boom. If Microsoft is strategizing, doing what they gotta do, when they get their wave, because another thing that people don't realize too, video game culture goes in cycles. Okay? You're gonna have your time. You know, you got one console, gets hot, something dies out, another one comes. Microsoft wave is coming back. When it comes back, they're gonna do what the hardcore is doing. Whatever we're gonna be playing, and I say we, because we are the hardcore, whatever we're doing, these casuals are gonna be like, hey, you know what? This is what's up. And they're gonna follow suit to what we're doing, and then that's what it's gonna be. Microsoft understands this. They understand the business of gaming, and they understand the business of gaming, and they know it's a flow, and that's the way things are gonna go, and then things will be right back where it belongs. You know? But you know, I'm good
right now
being in the hardcore community because I like to play with the hardcore community. I'm enjoying myself. I don't want to play with no casuals that don't know.
Right.
You know,
or just
don't know they fucking
just...
thumb from their hand.
Phaze, man, you gotta watch your mouth, man. Yeah. You got the potty mouth.
Sorry.
We're gonna have to do something about the potty mouth, man. But no,
it's the
man.
Bronx in me, man. It's the BX, man.
But no, man. But you know what? I feel you though, man. And see, the thing about it is, man, it's just good to, like I said, man, I'm glad I got you finally in it. And this was coincidence, right? Because you just wanted me to come over there and communicate. And I was like, yo, I'm out to help you. Let me get this stuff done. And then when I was thinking about it, I was like, wait a minute. I got my man Phaze up in here, one of my #1 supporters. Yo, you've been knowing me on Facebook for about a good 4 years now. Yeah, this fall will be 4 years. Yeah. So it's like we built a brotherhood within that 4 years. You've been there throughout the buildings of the DX Mansion, the DX Men of the DX Mansion on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't supposed to succeed. That was a laughing matter. You remember all them little jokes and all that stuff people were doing to our group, and our group grew.
Dude, I remember a specific time, you know, and I named shout out to Hebot. There was a time when this thing started, and you brought me along. You know, shout out to Israel and the original guys. I remember them saying, "Oh look, they gathered all the losers."
You remember that? I remember that.
Oh yeah, I remember.
I laughed.
And thank you to those haters because they were the one that post. I'm not gonna give the person that put the post.
I'll never forget it.
Because you don't deserve to shine. Thank you because your post made the mansion. You put the battery.
Yeah, exactly.
You lit the spark.
And you lit the spark
because if that person, if that person didn't say, "Oh, look at this little group. They just picked up all the losers."
Oh my God.
Of the Xbox community, they're all hanging out over here.
Right.
So what ended up happening was that, I remember we was talking, me and you, okay? By the way, we don't just chat. Me and Dorian talk on the phone. You know, we actually
That's
have real
brotherhood, man.
conversations.
Yeah, no doubt.
Right. We was like, you know what? Dorian said himself, we're gonna use this. Let them think that we're gonna be the underdog. The underdog is gonna be over. Okay? Lo and behold, what we doing? We cracking people necks, stepping on everybody. Nobody's talking about that no more. Nobody said, oh, look at the losers of the community. Oh, they made a group and they're not letting us in.
That's right.
So we said, you know what? This is how we think. You know, you want to call it the losers of the community? You can say whatever you want to say. But you know what? I say that we're the passionate people of the community. And this is not for you.
And I'll be just another
this is for us. This is not for you. We're going to let you out. You ain't coming in. You just stay out here. You do what you got to do. We're doing what we're going to do over here. And
yeah, we don't buy. Yeah, man.
And Dorian, you're right. You're right.
What
you
happened? We grew.
We're going to do what we're going to do. And they're going to follow what we're going to do.
That's it. Because because the thing is, man, it got boring. And when you look at it, you're like, you know what, man, I done made my own lane. I don't need nobody else's lane. You know what I'm saying? And that was my thing. I don't, you know. Man, I'm getting so tired.
I remember when I became cool with you, I had people cut me off.
Just because you was cool with me.
Yeah, just because I'm cool with you, and I'm like, wait a minute, I thought you was about the gaming. I thought you was about the gaming. Then all of a sudden the attitude switches up. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, nah, you know what? You know, Dorian got something to say. Y'all gonna hear it. Sooner or later, y'all gonna hear it. You know? And here you are now. You know what I'm saying? Your YouTube is popping. You know? You giving advice on people. People tune into your YouTube just to have advice on how to play games, bro.
All right, man. Yeah, it's all good, man. You know? Like I said, man.
I'm proud of you, man. I'm proud of you, bro. Proud of you, man.
Nah, man, I'm proud of us,
I'm always gonna
man.
be one of your biggest supporters.
I'm proud of us, man. It ain't, you know, I'm proud of us, man, because we stuck in there. You know, you know, the thing is, man, I knew what kind of guys that I surrounded myself with. I watched y'all. I see how y'all get down. You know what I'm saying? And that's my thing. You know what I'm saying? It's more about how y'all get down. It ain't got nothing to do with this social media crap. I mean, that's that's for the fun and games. You know, when I actually see people actually mad at people on social media that they don't even know them, there's something wrong right there, man. There's something, it's you know, something weird about something like that. You know, that's like very vaginal, man. I can't even, you know what I'm saying? I can't even get with that. You know what I'm saying? That's, let me see if I can get out of this situation. But, yeah, I can't. It's like, it's crazy, man, because I don't hate nobody, right? I don't hate them. You can dislike their ways, but to hate somebody on social media is nonsense when you all the power is given to you. Delete them, block them, move on. So if you sitting here still having a problem with somebody on social media, the problem is you. It ain't that person.
That's a you problem.
Yeah, that's a you problem. So I mean, when I realized that, I'm like, you know what, man? I can either sit here and be part of the fakery, be part of the, you know, the lame stuff and fraudulent activities. I can be a part of that, or I could do me and do what I'm known for. Like, there's people that know me, you know what I'm saying? I'm known, you know. It ain't like, you know, Legal's just up here. You know, Xbox Live is my first rodeo and exposure to gaming. It's not.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that, you know, have supported my activity for a long time, and like we give back. You know, so when I see people like Di-RRec Thanos, aka Andre Frederick, who gives back the way he does, it takes me back to a time, man, when people actually did that in different kind of ways in the gaming community. You know what I'm saying? And it's a good thing.
Yeah.
You know, because a lot of people don't understand, man. That guy does what he does for the love of it. You know, he don't never ask for nothing, and you know his time is coming.
And then you know what?
His time is coming,
and
because
you know what? And that's the definition of doing it for the culture. Like, a lot of people be like, oh, doing it, you know. That's doing it for the culture, not do it for the culture. Support my Patreon.
Better not let that screamer call for backup.
That's right. He ain't gotta prove nothing to nobody.
Yeah,
He doesn't have to
nobody,
prove
man. It's
anything
about
to
taking care of one another and
nobody.
playing the game.
That's it, man.
You're a gamer. You're a gamer. We embrace you. That's the bottom line. All that other extra nonsense, you know what? Get out of here with that. We don't need that right now.
That's right, famo.
You know? But that's the thing, man. I mean, that's what's up, man. You know?
You know? Yeah, man.
Listen,
if you
we
got
gotta
any,
get up on this.
you got any
We
clothes?
gotta get up on this 50K eventually.
Yeah, I'm fixing. That's what I'm finna tell you. I'm finna drop my. I wanted to get you in here, trap you, get you to talking.
Yeah.
You did. I trapped you. We got live from the streets, and I actually finished up
Finally
my little
got me.
mission. So now I got you, famo. Finally got you, man. It's been a while, but I finally got you. Yo, it's a blessing that you got your new job, and you're able to have the days like me now. So, you know, I want to hear more of you, man, because
Nice one.
it's time for you to get your voice out there. Like I said, man, we keep an eye on you, man. We've been wanting to support you. So I'm glad you came on here. This, like I said, man, this is a direct representation of the Xbox community. And of course, you know, that's our group, the DX men of the DX Mansion. So my Di-RRec Gaming and the DX Mansion are one. It's not a separate thing. So we come up in here, we support each other, man. We rock out, and that's what we're gonna continue to do, man. And that's the bottom line.
Man.
So
I mean, there's it, man. And I want to say something. You know, when I now that I got the time, you know,
yeah, go ahead.
when I start my thing, I just know all I want to do, man. You know, just for people to understand me, you know, it's like I just want to represent the people that game to have fun and they don't have nothing to lose. You know,
Exactly.
Hey, you know what? You have nothing to lose. You can express yourself. You can say what you gotta say. Don't worry about opinions of people that are doing things for profit, not for the culture, because they're not about you. So their opinion doesn't matter. You know, say what you gotta say what's from the heart. You know what I'm saying? You represent what the gaming culture is. That's what it is, unfiltered. Because you know what? Everybody's their own different person. Everybody has their own gaming experience, how they live their life, and how they live their gaming.
Right.
It may not be the same for somebody else, but you know what? But the thing that we do have in common is that we all enjoy this medium that makes us happy for gaming.
Exactly.
I see this stuff sometimes getting disrespected, and I get upset because, you know, there's people that this hobby that people call hobby. Sometimes this hobby could be serious. It saves lives. There's people that, you know, they go through depression, you know, marital problems, whatever the hell they may be. This is a form of escapism, you know, and it's a good thing. It's a beautiful thing, you know, and to see it get hoarded out, you know, and people try to abuse or exploit and do things about it, you know, do things to misrepresent what it's about, you know what I'm saying? Is I'm very passionate about that, you know, and every time I see something being exploited, I'm going to air it out.
Right, it's all good.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna be expressive about it because I don't like it, you know. And keep listening to guys like Dorian, cause yo, this dude's the truth.
Yo, man, you know what? You need to stop, man. But you know what? We the truth. We the truth, man. So, you ready, man? You got any last final words, man, for the streets? Man, you did a fabulous job, brother. Fabulous job. And this is part one. This is part one of my man Phaze, aka Ricardo Vasquez, representing the PR community. So what's good, man? Let them know, man. Let them know. This is your final, your final thoughts, man.
Yo, shout out to another thing. There's a lot of PR gamers out there that I may not have communicated with you guys before, but I hear you out. You know, I hear your channel. You know, you guys got a lot of good input that you guys give in the community, and you know, I hope to touch base with you guys one day. You know, once I get this YouTube thing going, you know. But that's it, man. Yo, shout out to the DX Mansion and every member, you know, from the early members to the new members. You know, you guys all make the machine work and enjoy gaming. You know, and that's it. Oh, add me on Xbox, Phaze 114.
Word.
You know. Word. Yo, Dorian, I gotta go eat dinner with the wife. So, but I'll be back on in a little bit, all right?
Hey, if you coming back, man, come on so I can help you.
I will. I got you, man.
All right, man, just hit me up.
Take care, right?
Yeah, no doubt, bro. You take it easy, man.
All right, man. Take care,
All right.
guys. God bless.
All right, y'all. This concludes another portion of Live from the Streets. That was my legendary friend, Ricardo Vasquez, man, stopping by. I'm glad he did, y'all. So he's gone right now. I'm about to be out. I'm gonna keep on playing, but thanks for all the viewers, man. Thanks for everybody that supports this channel. We representing Di-RRec Gaming, and you know, shout out to the DX men of the DX Mansion, Project Xbox on Facebook. Hey, this is your boy, man, the new legal. And until next time, hey, hit the subscribe button, hit the like, hit the dislike, leave some comments below. Do whatever you feel.
Too much more exposure.
We just gonna keep on continuing to have fun in this mighty Xbox community. Later, guys. Peace.